This video app review is brought to you by the iPhone appreview.com.
Hey guys, this is Valerie Lauer with the iPhone appreview.com, here with the video app review of an application we've had this week called PDF Documents. This is the iPhone version, or iPhone edition rather, of this application. Now this app is a one-stop shop for importing, exporting, managing, and editing PDF documents here on the iPhone. Now it also opens up a huge range of other files as well, anything from being able to unzip a file to being able to pull in just a regular image. So not only is this a great way to manage PDFs, it's also a great way to manage all your files on your iPhone and with all the other systems it syncs in with and supports. So very, very cool. Just something to keep in mind. So PDF documents, iPhone edition. Now what this does is it actually lets you pull any PDF document off of your phone, or you can use a camera functionality to take a picture and turn that into a PDF document. When you have a PDF document that you have pulled from an email or something on your device, you can edit it, you can annotate it, you can do searches. We're going to look at all that. Alright, so this is the main page that comes up when you launch into the app. Here we have settings, where you can change your viewing mode. This is a very customizable application. It actually lets you control anything from how the tap responds to how you're looking at files, to being able to add a wonderful, security password and things to a private folder that's automatically built in. So it's really great. You can edit all that if you'd like to. These are all your different files and folders for your PDF documents. As I mentioned before, private comes automatically created. Whenever you pull something, say from email or from another application or from a website, it will go into your inbox. So here, for instance, we have a file that's been pulled into the inbox. It's a several page document from Social Security, and again, this is really just here as an example, and then normally you move things into folders. I made one called a test folder, and then you also, when you just have a picture, you can move it into your main menu there. So something that you might want to think about too with your inbox, anytime you have a document that's here, if you want to make your edits to it, you actually need to tap on edit and choose the document there, and then tap on move. Now, as you can tell from this menu, when you choose edit and highlight something, you can actually copy it, you can zip or unzip it, you can email it right from here, you can choose to open it from something, and you can upload it directly to a cloud. There's actually a built-in FTP cloud service now, which is great. That's really an amazing feature. So once you have it selected and you have it chosen to move, so we can do all the things we want to do to it, we're going to move it here into this test folder and tap on paste. And now it's no longer in the inbox, it's actually here in our test file. Now, when you're in this test file area and you want to do things to this, we're going to look at the document first. So, some things that you might want to think about. You can, just with a touch, pull it to full screen. Now, full screen means that you can actually peruse, pinch to zoom, do whatever you'd like to do, just to get a really good close view, and a great way to use your document and use your iPhone to view things, since your screen's going to be a little bit smaller. So nothing too crazy there. There's a zoom in, zoom out. All that's quite simple. Now if you want to pull up and do editing, let's get zoomed out. We're going to touch and hold for a couple seconds. It's going to pull up your options you want to think of it that way. So you can bookmark from that menu. You can select text. You can select text and then you can highlight text. You can do all kinds of things with that select text. You can also add an annotation, anything from just adding a line, drawing an arrow, adding a square, adding a circle, or you can actually freehand, which means you can literally just doodle right there on the page and save it if you want to, which is a great way to do signatures and things like that. As I'm sure you know, some of the PDF documents require those. Let's touch and hold and get that up again. Sorry about that. Annotation. You can add a note, or you can do a typewriter where you actually are typing into a box, which we'll look at down here a little bit further. So that's the main options as far as that goes. Now, if you say you have an area where you need to fill something in, such as this document right here, all you have to do is simply touch in any of those locations. It pulls up your keyboard, and you're good to go. You can actually type right in those fields if you need to. In this case, I just pulled out a document. It's a Social Security one, but you'd be able to do that right here on your phone, which is really, really amazing. Now, something again to keep in mind, you can always go to the main menu from here, and you do have this main area here where you can zoom with those. You can access your bookmarks from here, or you can go to this option down here in the corner and access some other features. Now, my favorite feature on this list is the text search. You can actually type in a word and it will search for you this entire document for your word automatically. Now, this also lets you control how you view. Auto flow makes it all one document. For instance, you're not going through between pages, you just scroll down continuously. It's a really great way if you're reading a long document and don't want to mess with that. Again, I mentioned earlier that there's lots of share options. Right here you have an option to email out or to do AirPrint. And you can jump to different pages, lock your rotation. I mean, just all kinds of different amazing options when you're looking at a PDF document. To edit, to save, to send, it's just stellar. Now, down here at the bottom, you may have noticed we have some additional options. This is an option that actually lets you share documents via Wi-Fi, which you would just go on any computer that was on the same network, enter that into your address bar or browser, and then you actually have direct access right there to send and to save and to send back and forth files. They pop up right here on the main screen, which is where I sent one of these before. We'll come back to that in just a second. The other options you have there is through the actual browser here on the iPhone. You can go through cloud storage, which again is anything you have. Box, Dropbox, Google's, and then this web DAV that actually is offered just by the application. It's included in your app without any additional cost, and does support the file transfer protocol as well. So really amazing options for sharing there. And then you can also do a download tracker that shows you what you've downloaded. That way you have access to it. Now I mentioned again, this is a picture that we pulled from the computer that we pulled here. Now these you have options to send, but you are not going to have the same options to edit. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to annotate pictures like things like that you pull in from the computer. And then this is our option to take and create PDF documents. Now, this is your PDF scanner, if you want to think of it that way. You can actually tap that little photo picture, click right there, and you can go to your photo library, or you can use your camera directly. You can take a picture, and then you can use that as a PDF document. Pretty amazing. You can do a search. You can create different projects, and if you want to start a brand new project and you're done with all this, you can actually just trash it and say yes, and you're done. And there are some associated settings with this where you can change the title, change your author information, you can password protect it. You can actually change what type of paper it's on, that way it looks completely different, your PDF that you're creating. Just again, an amazing option to create your own PDF documents right here. You can add folders. And this is probably one of the most helpful options. I'm sorry, we'll go to edit. You can edit them, which is what we did before, with the same options to move, zip, delete, all those good fun things. And that's all the editing. This icon right here, the info icon, will probably be your best friend if you're new to this application. Now, if you're not new to the application, you're coming for the new features. The new features are great. I mean, again, the option to highlight text, the option to take and use those photos, the iOS 5 support, that amazing new option, the cloud storage that they include for you. I mean, those are all great things. But if you're new to this and you haven't used it before, you may need a little bit of help getting used to the application and how to access files, because there isn't really a walkthrough the first time you run it. It doesn't tell you, oh, hey, here you do this and here you do that. This is an application that's been top ranked all the way around the world, that definitely has a great following. Was number one in productivity in U.S., Mexico, Brazil, all kinds of places, because it really is just amazing, and these new features are really great. So we do suggest, if you're new to it especially, spending some quality time in the manual section, or of course you can access them for support if you need to. So all in all, this application is amazing. In case you couldn't tell, it's super feature rich. It has just some amazing potential. And it's laid out beautifully. It works like a dream. You can open huge files. There's great functionality without much delay, and we really like it. I'm here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. We did give this a 5 out of 5 stars. And I wish there was a 4.75, because it could be a little bit better, needing that little walkthrough and that little help with it. But otherwise, just a peachy, keen, lovely application. A 5 out of 5 stars here from us. It does cost $2.99 as well, so it's also a good value. Didn't mention that earlier. But this has been Valerie Lauer with the iPhoneAppReview.com, with a video app review of PDF documents, the iPhone version. Until next time.